Yo, what up, everybody? This is Jamal with IT Answers to IT Questions. How we doing today? Today I'm going to be talking about exam topics. This site, forget a dump, forget all the other stuff that you might be looking at. Exam topics is the best one. Exam topics is the way to go. If you're trying to study for a cert and you're trying to cram it in, of course, get the book, not read the book. Do labs, practice it. I just did a video on Wiz Labs, which is like, your LinkedIn Learning or Udemy, or you may be doing something different. I would go with Wiz Labs or LinkedIn Learning. Definitely recommend Wiz Labs since I made the video and everything like that. But just to help everybody out, to kind of point them in the right direction, you can't go wrong with either one so far as Wiz Labs or LinkedIn Learning. Exam topics, though, when you're cramming for that cert, exam topics is where it's at. And as you can see, I'm on the www.examtopics.com site. Um, It's online and free. Now, I will say, with it being free, you can't see all the questions. You can probably see about 75% of the questions that's put here for each exam, but you can't see all of them. It'll stop you, and it'll let you know that you become a supporter or whatever, and which is right. And it's not a lot. I think it's like maybe $20 a year. If I'm not mistaken, it may have went up. I know inflation, everything is going up right now with the war and everything. Peace to Ukraine. But I will say that is something. This is a particular site that you want to become. This needs to be your best friend. This needs to be close to you at all times. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go look at a couple of things about. I'm not gonna give like a whole overview of the site, but just so far as I'm gonna give you the meat and potatoes. We're gonna go ahead and get to the point of everything. So let's go to find your exam now, right here in this middle area. And as you can see, my God, look at that. And it's just within. You can see it's in alphabetical order. I mean, should I say more? So, of course, you can see Microsoft. You can see Fortinet. You can see Dell. You can see Citrix, CompTIA, and a host of other ones. I mean, I'm just trying to read all. I'm just like, okay, oh, yeah. Okay, I mean, look, you got Python, you got Salesforce. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now, let's actually look at one, though. Let's do, and I know a lot of the Microsoft exams. Let's do AZ 500, which is one I'm studying for. And as you can see, you get to the actual Microsoft. I can't read this morning. AZ 500 exam page, and as we go down, I'm gonna just before we actually go in and look at the questions. I like looking at the testimonials here. I like looking at different things uh, that people have had an experience with on this site, and their recommendations, and or just like I said, is a lot of these are testimonials, whatnot, and these actually give you a lot of confidence reading some of these sometimes. So just like as we can see, there were at least 50% of the questions not from this question bank. Lots of questions on Sentinel. So you're gonna have different experiences and stuff. Most of the time, I've never seen where somebody has failed within here from taking one of these courses. Like this first guy up here got a 770 for his score, which is a passing score. Microsoft most of the time is at 800. I mean, excuse me, 700 for a passing score. This guy right here passed with 820. He's saying only 3 to 4 questions weren't from here, and there was no labs. I will say definitely study. I mean, make yourself prepared. Don't just be like, oh yeah, it ain't gonna be no labs. Prepare for the labs too, because you might get one of those exams. Pass the test today, 865. February 21st, 2022. That's fairly recent. Pass today, over 800. Passed today, 880. Passed. I mean, passed the exam. I mean, you get. I mean, I'm scrolling down. I might be going kind of fast. Look at this guy, 921. So as you can see, this. Like I said, I like reading the testimonies. It always gives me confidence. I like, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it. But outside of that, studying the questions here are really good. One thing I do like about the questions too, which we're going to go ahead and go into. So far as the questions, is that they have a discussion forum. The discussion forum is awesome because you get to see other people's answers, and sometimes the question bank here may be wrong. And I will always advise this: do the research. If you don't think the question is right, do the research. Prove exam topics wrong. Most of the time they're going to be right, but I've even ran into that, like, that don't sound right. You know, and that's what any dump, and that's what any site. But like I said, exam topics is the way to go. It's free most of the time that I've studied for. I don't have a subscription to exam topics yet. But I've studied for the MS500 and the AZ104. The AZ104 is the Azure Administrator. The MS500 is Microsoft 365 Administrator. And passed both of them flying colors because I went on exam topics, and I only studied 75% of the questions, which means it's like for both of the MS500 and 104 was 300 questions, and I probably got to like maybe 230 so far studying the different questions and stuff like that. And so far as on exam topics, it was like 230 that I got to, but it once I took the test, it really didn't even matter. Most of the questions were there. I studied exam topics extensively, and like I said, everybody, this is the bread and butter. This is what you want to go to. I really love this site. Please try it out. Anyway, we see the first question. We can go to the discussion forum, and it's letting you know, like, that answer that we're looking at for this is correct, which I'm moving ahead of myself. We didn't even look at the answer. Let's look at the answer for this. Let's reveal the solution for this first question. I'm not going to waste your time reading it and everything like that. You can pause it, read it yourself, or you can go to exam topics yourself. The most voted to global administrator role. So let's see what everybody's saying. I'm going right back into the discussion forum. Correct answer B. The correct answer is A, not B. The administrator role should be assigned. So the answer that exam topics chose was the correct answer for most of the people there. Now, like I say, sometimes you have people that disagree, and some of their answers will be wrong. Sometimes most of the time exam topics is right. And one other thing I like too, which we all like, if we have any questions about it, we can go to the references. That's what I like. Like, okay, well, let's see if you're wrong or not, exam topics. Let's go in here and try to test it out. And we can go here, go to the Microsoft Docs page, read some more about it on what we need to learn, and go from there. But anyway, yeah, if you're trying to study for an exam topics is it. It's it. This is the best site. To me, it's the best site, and I challenge anybody to challenge me. If you have any comments, or if you disagree, put it in the comment section. I would like to be open to dialogue, and hey, shoot, I can be wrong too. But yeah, man, hit the notification bell. Like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. IT Answers to IT Questions. I'm out. Peace.